What if I told you there's a way to buy real estate using a traditional bank loan and still avoid using your own money for the down payment? Sounds like a dream, right? But it's not. This strategy, used quietly by smart investors, allows you to bring zero to the table by getting the seller to finance part of the deal. It's legal, it's lender-friendly, and it's a game changer if you know how to structure it correctly. Let's break it down step by step. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to structure a seller carryback alongside a conventional loan, and how to do it in a way that's compliant, low risk, and incredibly powerful for growing your real estate portfolio. You'll learn what a seller carryback really is, how to stack financing the smart way, and what terms to negotiate so both you and the seller walk away happy. If you're serious about building wealth through real estate, this is a strategy you need to have in your toolbox. So what exactly is a seller carryback? It's simple. The seller becomes the lender for part of the deal. Instead of going to the bank for the entire loan amount, the seller carries a portion of the purchase price, like a private loan, directly to you. That means fewer hoops, flexible terms, and often no big down payment. Here's where the traditional bank loan fits in. In this structure, your bank provides the first position mortgage, usually around 70% to 80% of the purchase price. Then the seller steps in to carry the remaining 10% to 30% in what's called a second position loan. This combo is called combo financing, and when structured right, it can be your secret weapon to close deals others walk away from. Let's look at a quick example. Imagine you're buying a property for $400,000. The bank approves a loan for 75% loan to value, which means $300,000. That leaves a gap of $100,000. Instead of writing that check yourself, the seller carries it back as a second loan. That's $0 down for you. The bank still gets the first lien, and the seller is secured with a note and deed of trust in the second position. It's a win-win when structured properly. Now let's talk about what you need to negotiate with the seller to make this work. First, the loan amount, usually between 10% and 25% of the purchase price. Then the interest rate, which can range from 0% to 5%, depending on the seller's goals. The loan term should ideally be 10 years or more, often with a balloon payment at the end. Decide on monthly payments. They can be interest-only or fully amortized. And most importantly, secure it properly. Always use a promissory note and deed of trust. This isn't a handshake deal. Treat the seller like a private lender and protect both sides. But here's the thing, not all banks are okay with this. Before you put anything in writing, make sure your lender allows secondary financing. Some do, some don't. You also need to disclose the seller carryback in your loan application. The combined loan to value must meet their requirements, typically no more than 90% total. And when closing, make sure your title company records both the bank's and the seller's liens properly. If you follow these steps, it's 100% legal, ethical, and lender compliant. Why should you even consider doing this? Simple. This strategy shines when you're trying to buy a great property but don't have a big down payment, or when you want to conserve cash to buy multiple deals. It also helps when the seller is open to flexible terms and the bank financing works, but the math doesn't quite make sense without a little creative help. In high-interest markets or tight inventory times, strategies like this separate the pros from the amateurs. So if you're serious about scaling your real estate portfolio without draining your bank account, this is your strategy. Seller carrybacks combined with traditional loans let you stretch your capital, close more deals, and build wealth faster. If you learned something new today, like this video and drop a comment if you'd like to see a real contract breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful, real-world real estate strategies made simple. We've got more game-changing tools coming your way. See you in the next one.